Hello, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Thin. In case you don't know me, I teach English and I also train teachers. I've been teaching English for quite some time now. Today, I'll be sharing with you how you could learn to improve your vocabulary. There will be 4 tips that I'll be presenting. And the first tip is noticing. Noticing is really very important because when you read, when you write, when you read, when you listen, if you don't notice the words, you don't learn. Because you improve your fluency because you're reading a lot, but you might not improve your vocabulary. So the first strategy is to take notice of the words. For example, is it a noun or is it a verb? Which word follows after that? Which word goes before that? For example, you are reading a text on BBC News about Trump and COVID-19, for example, and you will read a sentence like, Trump made remarks, such and such remarks sarcastically, for example. So you tell, oh, remarks made remarks, okay. So like that, you take notice of these. Another example I could think of is like heavy criticism. You see the word, so last time I read, I thought to myself, criticism, what kind of adjectives could we use with? So I said, oh, heavy criticism. Oh, I see, like this. You take notice of the words. That is one way. Because unless you take notice of it, then you won't learn, because it doesn't vocabulary, the words don't process here. Second strategy that I have is very important, which I learned from a professor, from one of my teachers. And he said that you need to record the words and you need to test yourself again and again. When he told me when he started learning English, the way he tested himself was when he was young, he had 2 pockets, you know, like man's shirt, they have pockets. So he had cards with vocabulary, with words, and he will have words, word family, noun, verb, adjective, type of word. He will have definition, and he will have definition at the back, I guess, and example sentences as well. And then later, when he is on the bus, on the train, for example, he would take out the words from one pocket, test himself. If he doesn't get it, put it back in that pocket. And if he gets it, it goes to a new pocket. So like that, you can test yourself. I also did it quite often when I was young. And I still remember myself testing myself those words again and again while I was on the bus. You know, you have to think about words that you're learning all the time. In fact, and the more you think, the more you learn. So the strategy also, by taking that as an example from my teacher, I use post-its, you know, post-its in different colors. Whenever I read, whenever I listen, I come across lots of new words, and I would write them on post-it, sometimes with a picture even, and I paste them in my room, maybe even in the toilet, for example. You know, where in the living room, in my bedroom. So when I get up, I see them. So when I walk around, I see those words, take note of them, and then let's try and remember them. So so the second strategy is record and test yourself. You know, you can nowadays online you can play lots of vocab games and activities where you will have a chance to test yourself. The third method is read, listen a lot. So why do we need to read? Yeah, it's obvious that we need to read and listen a lot. Yes, if you read and listen a lot, again, you notice, you combine it with the first strategy, which is noticing strategy. You notice how the words are used, the collocations are used. The thing is, because the more you read, the more you see those words again and again. The more you see them, because if you see them only once, okay, you learn them, but you forget. Because it's not our language, it's our, you know, second language. Yeah. So so foreign language maybe for others. So if you see them again and again, the more you see them, the more you remember them. So yes, so try and expose yourself to English, to those words. That's what I mean. So the first time you see it, okay. And second time, oh, I remember I saw it once there when I read that book. Now I see it again, you know, like that. That's how it helps you to remember. And the last strategy that I have is, I learned it while I was working for British Council Malaysia. One of my colleagues, I'm not going to mention name anymore, so this is a method that he shared with me. Whenever he teaches a lesson, he got the students to take note of the new vocab that they learn, maybe 5 words, 10 words every single day. Kids, doesn't matter, young learners or adults, they take note of those words. And he asked them to write a story or to write a learner diary or a journal by using those words every day. And they produce them they produce them either in the form of writing, or they could also produce it in speaking. You know, they could try and use those words and create a story and record themselves. So yeah, so today I have presented to you 4 methods. The first one is noticing. Second is recording, which is very important. And recording and testing yourself again and again. And the third one is expose yourself to English as often as you can. The more you read, the more you remember, you come across those words, you notice them, and you remember them better. And the fourth method is use them. Make use of the words that you have learned. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed my video, and thank you for listening. And I hope I'll be able to share more of the ideas that I have regarding teaching and learning English in my future videos. Thank you. Bye.